Hi, Aquarius. Welcome to Pandora Astrology's monthly horoscope for January of 2021. Your birthday is coming up pretty fast, and a birthday solar return reading is the very best way to get ready for the year to come. You are heading into your mop-up period, and you're probably already feeling the influences of the new year. Why not find out what they are? You can get a link to get that birthday reading in the YouTube description below. 2021 has an entirely different character from 2020. One reason for that is that Jupiter and Saturn have left Capricorn and moved into Aquarius. We talked about this in your December horoscope last year, your December 2020 horoscope. So if you check that, you'll find out how Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius lands in your chart. We've also started building a playlist of videos about 2021, which we've put into our YouTube channel, Pandora Astrology. So Julia, what do you have to say to the Aquariuses of the world about Mercury, Venus, and Mars?
Well, hey there, Aquarius. So I'll start with Mars. Mars begins the month in your third house of communication and siblings, where this planet has been for months because it just had a whole retrograde cycle in this house. But on January 6th, it's actually going to be moving finally into a different house, which is your fourth house of family and home. So wherever we have Mars is where we face frustrations, where we face flare-ups, where we also might be really driven and expend our energy. So after January 6th, you might run into some conflicts with the people you live with, or maybe even family members like parents. Mars in the fourth can also mean that there are frustrations on the home front too, such as, maybe dealing with a landlord or something else very annoying. But a good use of this transit is to expend a lot of energy at home. So it's a wonderful transit for getting a lot of stuff done, such as like home projects, for example. Now, the next planet I want to talk about is Mercury, the planet of mentation, the planet of communication. And Mercury begins the first week of the month in your 12th house of seclusion. So for the first week, you're probably not sharing a lot of your ideas with anybody because this is such a private house. But then on January 8th, Mercury moves into your first house of self. So then for the rest of the month, you're going to go to being extremely articulate, extremely well-spoken. This is a wonderful transit for making a good first impression on someone if you have to use your words well, like at a job interview, for example. Mercury will be going retrograde on January 30th, but it's going to be doing the bulk of its retrograde cycle in February, so stay tuned to hear about that. Now, Venus, the planet of relationships, also begins the month in your 11th house of groups. This is also the house of friends or groups you're a part of. If there are any unions, recovery programs, professional associations, clubs, things of that nature. So for the beginning of the month, very, very social. If you've got a partner, you're going to want to enjoy them in a group context, maybe hanging out with them and your friends. But then Venus moves into the 12th house on January 8th. So again, the 12th house is the house of seclusion. So after January 8th, you're probably going to withdraw a lot socially from others. If you're in a relationship, you're going to enjoy spending time with your partner, probably at home in a more secluded environment. Not the easiest transit to go out there and date, but Venus will be coming into your first soon, all of you single Aquarians out there. So, better dating is just a few weeks ahead.
Good to know. Aquarius season begins as the sun moves into Aquarius. That happens on the 19th this year. And that brings the spotlight of attention, the sun shines light wherever it goes, right there into your first house, which is to say it's your season, it's your time, it's time to put attention on you. And that's really what birthdays are for, right? So have fun and take on the new year in a good way. A little earlier in the month, we had the first of this month's moons, and that is a new moon in Capricorn, which falls in your 12th house of the unconscious. And right alongside it is Pluto. We're calling this moon Newborn Ambitions, Phoenix Rising. And that's because Pluto's symbol is the phoenix, which, dies, self-immolates, and then rises from its own ashes. Pluto's been moving through your 12th house for some years, actually, possibly stirring up old secrets and things that you really didn't want to look at, causing a couple of volcanic eruptions along the way and transforming some of that stuff that's been rolling around in your unconscious. This particular moon might well be an occasion for feeling more like you're engaging with the rebirth side of that rather than the death, decay, and so forth. So that can have a real sweetness to it. Later in the month, we have on January 28th, a full moon in Leo, and that falls right here in your 7th house of partnership. Now, full moons already kind of have the feel of partnership because it features an opposition between the sun and the moon. And this particular full moon, we're calling it Be Recognized for Your Generosity because it contains a grand trine in fire. So this moon has a lot of light, fun, playful energy to it, a lot of inspiration, enthusiasm, and creativity too. And it falls right square in your 7th house of partnership and a relationship. So have some fun with your partner, bring your inspiration to that arena, and I think it's going to pay you back. So the last thing I want to tell you is that this winter is actually a really good time to start new projects. Don't wait for the spring. And the reason for that is that all of the outer planets are retrograde at once. The opposite of this condition is going to happen in August. All of the outer planets will be retrograde at once. And did I say that wrong?
No?
No, okay. In August, everything will be retrograde. Don't start new projects in August. But during January and also into February, the outer planets are all direct. It's a great time to start new projects. The only exception is that Mercury retrograde period lasting from January 30th to February 20th. So avoid that. But other than that, these 2 months are a really good time to start something new. Well, that's all that we have for you today, Aquarius. I hope you enjoyed it. We certainly enjoyed making it for you. If you did enjoy this video, please be sure to subscribe to our channel and like our videos and share them with all your friends and neighbors. And you will find us on the internet at pandoraastrology.com, where you can get readings or take classes or read our monthly forecast or find your horoscope. And until next time, we'll see you around the cosmos. Bye.
Bye-bye.